stuck in the foul pole to MLB players trying to cheat in a real game. These are some of the most insane moments in MLB history. And first up, we gotta showcase some of the smartest MLB moments that I've ever seen. Just like when Vladdy Jr. somehow turned a routine pop-up into a double play.
This is popped up. And it's dropped, allowing him to get the runner at first, and they're going to double him up.
Vladdy noticed that the batter wasn't running to the bag, so he just let the ball drop, allowing him to go step on first base and then get the double play. But this next player saved his team the game with this genius play in right field.
High drive, right field, it is off the bottom of the wall.
The Marlins only had a one-run lead, so if the runner on first gets a good jump, then this game is tied. However, as soon as this ball is hit, Ichiro acts like he has a perfect read on it the entire time. And because of that, the runner from first gets baited and only ends up making it to third base. Honestly, just a super smart play. But this next player made the dumbest looking move into one of the smartest plays that I've ever seen. You see, normally when players get in the way of the catcher, they get called with batter's interference, so they get called out and the runner who stole has to go back to first base. However, the way that Pablo Sandoval got around this rule is genius. When he saw his coach throw down the hit and run sign, he knew exactly what to do, and that's to pull one right past the second baseman. But instead, he got a pitch way inside and took the ugliest swing that I've ever seen. Now, you would think that the runner got hosed at second base, but this swing actually worked. Him swinging super late at this pitch technically isn't interfering with the catcher. However, what it did do is completely distract the catcher, causing him to throw the ball all the way into center field. So instead of the runner being out at second, he now gets to go to third base. And it was all because of this swing right here. But sometimes being smart doesn't always mean fancy moves, because after Freddie Freeman threw this ball too high, Justin Turner pulled out the oldest trick in the book.
Realmuto's in safely.
Oh,
Comes off the bat, and he's out.
He pretended that the throw went over his head and the runner completely fell for it. And the fact that he did this in the bottom of the 10th inning, only up by one run, makes it that much smarter. But Jose Fernandez pulled off something just as clean, because after fielding this bunt, it looked like he was going to make the throw to first until he did this.
Fernandez has it, pumps, flips.
I mean, he even faked out the cameraman, it was just that good. But this next player turned what would normally be a dumb play into something that might have saved his team the game. You see, the Phillies were up 4-1 in the top of the 9th inning when they noticed Josh Bell trying to look into the pitcher's glove. He was doing this to try and figure out which pitch grip Kimbrel had in his hand, so he could then relay this and tell the batter which pitch was coming. However, before anything bad happened, Kimbrel made the smart decision to simply drop the ball when he was set, intentionally blocking the runner over to third base. Because even though it's handing them a free bag, that run really doesn't matter, and now Kimbrel doesn't have to worry about him at second base and can throw whatever he wants. Honestly, just a super smart play. But even that doesn't compare to how chaotic this next play became, because after Lorenzo Cain hit this ground ball up the middle, Christian Yelich got into a pickle between second and third. But the way that Lorenzo got him out of this is genius.
Yelich trying to stay in it as long as he can, and now Yelich is safe, and now Cain is going to be safe at first. What a hit to play!
He knew exactly where every fielder was on the play. So when Yelich seemed to be good at second base, he just made his way back to first and everyone was safe. Sometimes it's just the simple plays that are really the smartest. But for this next play, there's nothing simple about it.
Altuve is just standing there. Doesn't even have a reaction.
Now, this may have just looked like a normal pickoff, but there was a reason that Altuve was so confused. The first baseman fakes that he's gonna pick him off, but then goes back and acts like nothing is happening. This makes Altuve's momentum all messed up, because as soon as he starts going back towards second, the catcher calls for a real pickoff, and Altuve gets caught flat-footed. It's just a genius play. But this next play, Manny Machado also faked out the runner, but this time it was from third. You see, after this player hit a chopper right down the third base line, Manny decided to do this.
Slow ground ball, Manny Machado, barehanded, don't throw it away, don't throw it at all! What a great play to Hardy! We'll put the tag on him!
Manny knew that he really didn't have a play at first, so he instead faked the throw and completely baited out the runner that was rounding third base. Now, if we're talking about outsmarting the defense, then Javi Baez has to be on this list, because after he stole second base here, the throw went into center field, so he took third as well. But he wasn't done there, because after his teammate put a fake bunt on, Javi took a huge lead towards home plate, and that was all he needed.
Baez halfway down the line, he's gonna take off, he's gonna score! Oh, I love it.